So we're down at Dunbarney Golf Links today, and I'm going to share with you 3 of the biggest mistakes we see out on the golf course. We've also got a couple of special guests to help us show them. Let's get out on this beautiful golf course and find out what those mistakes are. So we're on the gorgeous 3rd hole here at Dunbarney Golf Club, a real risk and reward golf club, and Danny's going to talk to us about your ABC strategy. So what is that, Dan?
ABC strategy, very simply, look, you and I both know, but sometimes you aren't playing your best and you need to identify that. You may be playing great one week or even maybe yesterday, but you need to identify how you're playing today. Now you have an A game, a game when you know you're playing unbelievably, you're hitting it further than normal. You got your B game, which is your average game.
Most people hover around there.
Most people are hovering around there. And then you got your C game where you're not actually performing at your best. Now you need to recognize this, right? Maybe swallow that ego. I certainly don't do that at times, right?
Never had an A game.
So what we got this hole, look, we got a very tricky hole. Now I'm playing pretty good. Now I can potentially go for the green here, carry the bunkers, drive the green with my driver, and set up a potential chance of almost guaranteeing birdie, and maybe even making an eagle. But if I get this wrong, and maybe I'm playing a little bit average, I'm bringing in bogey or double.
Yeah.
Right, so you have to decide that. Now, there's 3 options here. Go for the green.
A, that's option A.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
B game here, we've got probably about 180 layup.
Yeah.
And then you got one C here. If you're really struggling, we're gonna go out into the middle of the fairway here. Guaranteeing you're going to hit the fairway, leaving a very simple pitch shot. So one's almost going to guarantee par, the other one's going to bring in eagle or birdie. You need to decide and watch that ego. Don't be like me sometimes and going for it when you know, and I know, that you shouldn't really be doing it.
Awesome. Right. So your A game at the minute, or are we going B game?
I think, do you know what? I'm feeling really good. We've played a little bit this week, haven't we?
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm actually, oh, is this my ego?
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
You're swinging nice. Go A. We'll hit a nice A one.
A. You dares.
So real simple stuff there from Danny. Don't let your ego get in the way, and we're not always going to be playing the same. We might be swinging it better one day than the rest. Decide how you're swinging it and play to that way you are swinging it. Let's take a look at tip 2 after Danny rips this one out for us. Nice little left.
Still okay?
It's okay. It's not bad. Let's go and find out what the next mistake is that you're making out on the golf course. So second big mistake, and I think personally this is one that so many golfers make and can really change the scores if they get it right.
Massive.
What we're talking about?
Well, we're actually looking at distance control, pin positions.
Yeah.
You know, and actually looking at the trouble around the green, so you can get basically choosing the right club. How do you choose the right club?
Yeah, because this is a hole. What are we now? The 8th here at Dunbarney Links. Gorgeous little par 3.
Amazing.
But surrounded with trouble.
Yeah, if you have a look at this, so what we've got here is you've got the wind off the left. Now, anything just right to that flag, if I pitch this ball right to that flag, it's going to trickle down. It's a massive downslope all the way down to like a lateral water hazard. So the first thing, we've got to think of direction. The miss here, if you're going to miss it, is 100% left of the flag. So many people take dead aim, don't they?
Yeah, don't even look at where the trouble is.
No. So, bear in mind, the first thing to do is look where you want to miss it and focus on that. Then, once you've decided on that, then you've got to think, right, look at the club. Now, figuring out the distance control now is super important. We've got a pin that is tucked right next to that front bunker.
Yeah.
Now, just looking at here, that there is 133 to carry the bunker and 147 to the flag, and this is the crucial bit. If I now ping to the back of the green here, I've got 177 to the back. So from the flag to the back, we've got 30 yards. From the flag to the bunker, we've got 12. So what club do you think you should be looking at? Now, should we go for the club that's going to hit it 147?
Yeah, I always think that people think there's like an imaginary wall or a force field that you can't go beyond the flag.
Yes.
That's the distance, 147, the whole end's there.
Yeah. Exactly.
But
so
it's not.
It's not, exactly. So, you know, 147, I'm going to be looking at a club here, right? Now, it does depend on how, the standard of golfer you are and how well you're playing, but look, I'd be looking at a club that's going to go about 155. Yeah, so anything that's going to go comfortably beyond that 147, then you're 20 yards over the bunker. So you're kind of, it's much safer. If you go too big, you've got another 30 yards to play with.
Yeah.
You're guaranteeing a nice, safe shot.
Nice.
So, let's see what,
be more deliberate then when you're picking. Don't just think, well, I always hit 7 here, I'll just hit 7 again. Get the distances, because the flags change every day as well, don't they?
100%.
They're never in the same spot, so you've got to figure it all out every time you play.
Yep.
Then adapt to it.
You've got basically two things. One, look at the wind, look at where the trouble is on either side of the green.
Yeah.
Think about where you're going to miss it.
Yeah.
Where's the best place to miss it on the green?
Yeah.
And secondly, don't, like I say, copy what you've done maybe in weeks gone by. Focus on where the flag is currently. And again, where do you want to miss it? Take Nicklaus's strategy. Middle of the green for most times, and most people, is exactly where you need to be.
Right then, all the talk. Let's see let's do the dance.
Let's go. Okay, so what I failed to mention a little bit here was it's also downhill. So I'm gonna go pitching wedge here, which is more than enough club to hit it 155 through the air.
Lovely. Front edge, covered the yardages, and stayed away from that trouble.
And that's interesting, just quick on that, Matt, just really interesting, because I caught that a little bit clean.
Yeah.
So which is even better, because I caught it a bit clean, but because I took enough club,
Yeah.
I was still over the bunker.
Yeah. Real simple tip there then from Danny. Make sure you're not just playing the same club every time. Do your calculations, pick the club that's appropriate for that shot, and actually give yourself a little bit of leeway. Don't play for the perfect shot each time. Let's go and have a look at the third and final mistake that you golfers are making, hopefully not after you watch this video. So we're going to talk the third and final big mistake golfers are making out on the golf course, and it's shot selection. I think a lot of people are getting it wrong, Dan.
Absolutely. I mean, you take a shot like this, is a typical example, you know, people bring out their lob wedge or even just their pitching wedge, and you've got so much green to work with.
Yeah.
But the other thing you've got to consider is again, the elements, the weather conditions. You start to kind of launch this ball up in the air from here. You're bringing in more of that wind. But look at all the space we've got. Right?
Loads
of space. We've got also here, the other thing we've got here, we've got 2-tier green.
Yeah.
So what is the best club to take from this position?
I would say the one that they're confident with.
Yep.
But what we see on TV is them high soft spinners, and we see that a lot.
We do.
In play around the golf courses and in lessons that we're teaching.
And the problem is when you start seeing the best players picking out their lob wedge and they're doing these lovely spinning shots, they're often doing it, because they're incredibly skillful, and the greens are like glass. So they do need to sometimes get that extra bit of check. Sometimes the running shots don't always work.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm sure your channel is probably similar to mine. We've got amateur golfers here who just need a helping hand to lower those scores and choose the simplest option that's going to get them closest to the flag, basically most of the time.
With most ease, I would say. Yeah. So if you were to hit a lob wedge here, like you just said a moment ago, what would you say? 25 yards to the flag?
Got 25 yards to the flag here.
And what, 18 yards, 19 yards down the shot, there's a hump and a knoll that if you've got lob wedge, you've got to land it over that, haven't you?
I've literally got to land it.
You've only got a window of 8 or 9 yards that ball can stop in. So it's quite a high caliber shot, that.
Massively. I mean, I have to hit this absolutely perfectly off this lie in order to kind of get that anywhere near the flag.
Yeah, okay, well let's see that one firstly.
So I've got my 60-degree lob wedge here, tight lie, hit the shot as close as we possibly can.
Oh, and it's just literally pitched on the top. That was a good, nice strike.
Nipped
lovely
it beautifully,
little divot.
But it's exactly what I mean. So we've nipped it beautifully, but look at this. Wind brought it back a little bit. It's come up mile shot.
Yeah.
Absolute mile shot.
I'll give you another go.
Yep.
Talk us through what we're going through here though.
So, kind of one of my little favourite shots. We're on links land here. We're going to simply just play. It's like a putt, but we're going to do it with an A-time. We're choosing an A-time because we do have a bit of rough ground in front of us here. Now, if we could putt it. We could putt it, but the problem is Putting it through a lot of this fringe is very, very difficult to
you're
judge.
changing speeds, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. So you could do it if you were feeling really, really nervous and you were nervous about even using an 8-iron. Do you know, I would still use a putter.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But in this situation, I still think 8-iron's probably going to give us the best opportunity of getting near that flag.
Okay.
All right.
So pick your landing spot, let it run out.
Absolutely.
And even if you don't quite catch it, I think, you know, as Dan's playing this one, if you're not going to catch it, it'll still run out, won't it?
Absolutely.
Don't catch your lob wedge.
You're in your, absolutely, yeah.
There in front of you, isn't it?
Exactly. So simple. I mean, for me, it should be a pretty straightforward shot. All I'm going to do here is I'm going to pitch it just up on the top there, and literally allow the momentum that an 8-iron gives you to release that ball like a putt out to the flag.
Perfect. Let's see it.
Talking the game.
Yeah, I know you're the man for the job. That's why you're here on the channel.
Let's have a look. So I'm going to green slopes a little bit left to right here. So hopefully just let it just trickle in just from there. I've got a simple putt.
Yeah.
And you know, from there, it's
easy stuff.
Easy.
So thank you for coming on the channel.
Pleasure.
Thanks for helping the viewers get rid of those big golf mistakes. Guys, if you haven't already as well, do make sure you subscribe to this man's channel. So much great content on there. If you're looking to improve your game, make sure you click his subscribe button. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in your next golf lesson.